in for free if you use the promo code Flagrant.
Yo, you don't think Macaulay got diddled it up?
Yeah,
What?
probably.
Yeah. People act like it's Michael Jackson's the only one that did it. He was destroyed by Hollywood, not Michael Jackson.
Or both.
Or both. But the fact that there's no onus on Hollywood at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all on the dead guy. Yeah. Oh, he's not here, so we don't know what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to you about this on the phone, but like, I've spoken to directors, and they've said this about great actors. They're like, they're boring. I go, what do you mean? Like, I've heard people say this about like some of the most famous fucking actors. They're like, yeah, there's boring. There's nothing inside. And I go, what do you mean? Directors saying this? He goes, that's the brilliance. They can fill themselves up with anything, but they're really empty. Like when you go out to dinner with them, they're just boring. But they can put whatever they want in there and then become that. And it is like a miracle watching them do it. And I was thinking, I was like, yo, I wonder if this is why Hollywood actors, when they get political, become these stereotypes of political people. Because they're just filling themselves. Yeah, they're filling themselves with it. And you see it on both sides, right? You see like the super left-wing people. They just become these archetypes of what a liberal person is, saying all the same, sentences, saying all the same beliefs, etc. They're just regurgitating the same thing. And then when they are on the right, they do the exact same thing. Yeah. They are just playing that role. And I thought, okay, that's as an adult, that's what you do. And maybe as an adult, you can handle some of these more difficult roles. But if you're a kid and you're inserting these roles into this kind of empty vessel, and that's what makes this young kid a really good actor. In formative years. Like you're on fucking Law & Order playing this kid that was raped. Hey, imagine what it's like being fucking raped and you're 7 years old. Like that's criminal to do. And like what are the effects of that on a kid's psyche? Like of course they're all fucked up. Of course they're all wonky. Of course they're fucking on drugs or like suicidal and shit when they get
What about the kids who play like Disney characters? Like Disney's very protective of that brand. You're not going to be doing any wild shit whatsoever.
I mean, yeah, Disney's different, but like Dan Schneider, remember that whole shit?
He's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, but then he was with Nickelodeon, so it was different. But like, there's all this like weird shit. Like,
there are these videos he had Ariana Grande doing that are like fucking weird.
Yeah.
Just
was she
weird.
Nickelodeon or?
She was Nickelodeon.
Yeah. But it's like weird shit, and I'm like, maybe I don't know where it happens, but if it happens with Nickelodeon, I'm like, that's a big brand, and he was like one of the main guys there, and like, there's weird stuff in the movies, and then there's people off that talked about it. I think the girl from iCarly talked about it. I don't want to put it on her if she didn't, but yeah, like just creepy, insane shit with the kids.
That's the thing. Like, we say it, and I'm obviously joking around, but like in my very limited experience in TV or filmmaking, I was put in multiple situations, thrown at me, not really sure, that were kind of weird. And I'm an adult, so I don't give a fuck. And it's like, yeah, I do want to be in this movie, and I think that's what you're supposed to do in a career. Or I want to be in this TV show, that whatever. Yeah. And I think that's what you're gonna do, but I don't really need it that much. But imagine you're like, the only way I'll be able to make it, I'm out here, I'm sleeping in my car, is if I get on this show. And then they ask you to do a little bit of a weird thing, which we know for a fact that they do, because they did it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not like some victim, I don't give a fuck.
So like
okay, the character gay, whatever, I don't care, I'll do it. But imagine acting that out of a kid or these other people. They're doing it in a fucking
And for the
heartbeat.
kids,
thinking about it.
Kids think about this. Their parents are probably encouraging
Telling them to do it.
The whole, not even just in that moment, all the way up to the auditions and everything. Oh, we got to get this. This will be so great. So when you're in that moment, even if the parents aren't there to say, "Hey, go do it," which they probably would be, you're like, "Well, they put a lot of pressure on me to get this opportunity. I can't fuck it up."
You're saying parents, like I think a lot of these kids are probably come from like single parent households.
100%.
Like that's from the scandal in Boston with all the priests that were